And now the Las Vegas Raiders are up again at number 19. Now, they went with Henry Ruggs III with the 12th overall pick. They have this pick thanks to the load of picks that they got in the Khalil Mack trade to the Chicago Bears. And we do have the pick from the Vegas Raiders. It's Damon Arnette. Brady, I don't know a ton about Damon Arnette. Can you tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you a lot about this young man. I mean, much like we talked about Jeff Okudah, he's played in a system at Ohio State that plays as much man-to-man and cover 3, which is a 3-deep zone coverage. And if you were to guess, the two most prevalent coverages in the NFL, what would they be? It'd be man-to-man and cover 3. And so if you're looking at what teams are looking for, they're looking for guys that they can plug in and play and help eliminate wide receivers on the outside and press man-to-man coverage and off-zone coverage in that cover 3. That's what Damon Arnette brings. He's got a great skill set. He's actually a local product from South Florida here where we're based at in our studio. And this is a player that when I talked to Urban Meyer earlier this week, he said to me, look, I don't know why more people aren't talking about Damon Arnette. He said, this is a first-round talent. He goes, and I would know because I have recruited and developed and had so many other defensive backs get drafted and go in the first round. He goes, if Damon Arnette's not a first rounder, he goes, then I must not know what I'm talking about, even though I've got the track record to have that sort of credibility. So this isn't necessarily, I think, a big surprise to me or other people who have watched this tape and seen him. I trust their general manager there, Mike Mack, and his evaluation. He's always looking for specific skill sets and attributes, and he's getting just that in Damon Arnette that fits in the defensive scheme. And this is a need for the Raiders.
Commissioner Roger Goodell just made a statement about upcoming drafts. They're going to push everything back a year. Las Vegas was supposed to host this draft. Las Vegas is going to host next year's draft.
So we're going to Vegas next year.
Hopefully, fingers crossed that all this is in the past. Hopefully, a year from
maybe
now,
just you and I will go.
That will be the case,
right?
Yeah, Pete's still going to be holed up in his Fort Lauderdale high-rise apartment. Pete, what do you grade this?
I give this a B, and Damon Arnette is one of those guys that was on my better than team. I liked him better than the Scouts, but clearly I didn't like him better than the Raiders did. I didn't think he would go this high. One of the things, he's a little grabby in his technique, and Brady will know that. He grabs a lot and holds a lot and gets flagged a lot, but that's okay. I think he's a South Florida kid with an attitude. There were some maturity issues early in his career, and he kind of remedied that last year. But again, this kid, I don't think there's a significant difference between him and Jeff Okudah. I like Damon Arnette, and I like the fact that he's from South Florida because guys come from South Florida are like B-Mac. They play with an attitude.
Pete from South Florida. B-Mac from South Florida. Bryant, what do you make? This is 2 Ohio State cornerbacks going top 20.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised to see Arnette go in the first round. I thought he would be a second-round selection, high second round at best. But, yeah, Pete just hit on it. When you look at Okudah's film, when you look at Arnette's film, you really see similarities. And actually, Arnette has more experience than Okudah. You look at what he was able to do since a freshman. He jumped in the lineup and he contributed on a very, very talented defense back then. And, of course, we saw what he was able to do last year. He played the majority of 2019 with a cast on his wrist, so that really hurt some of the consistency issues that he had. Pete talked about the grabbing and things like that. But he's a talented player. But I think looking at what the Raiders have done, especially at skill position, at their skill positions, they take fast guys. Arnette didn't run the fastest 40. He ran in the mid-4.5s, but he's a heck of a football player. But like the rest of you guys, I'm surprised to see him go in the first round.
Okay, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock at 20 overall.
Can we have Brian admit, though, is Ohio State becoming DBU? Is that happening, Brian?
No, it's not happening. No.
Well, 2 of the top 20 picks in the draft are Ohio State cornerbacks. I do want to clean something up. The draft will be in Vegas in 2022, so 2 years from now. 2 years from now.
So we're not going to Vegas next year.
Not next year.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.